Hey guys, thanks for joining us for round 2 HKS week. Today we're going to talk about HKS GT coilovers. As you're well aware, we have quite the range of offerings for some of the other models. GT 4s, and then we have the SP model, which is a little sportier on some of our other styles. In front of me today to showcase, we brought out HKS's latest and greatest Q60 coupe coilovers. So these are available for rear drive platform, really intended for use with the VR30 DDTT platform. Giggity. Giggity good. And I feel like they're a very well matched coilover for the platform. As we see, these are superb street cars, lots of rowdy torque, good ride. They're nice cars, man. A lot to offer. We don't want to go necessarily ruining them with full out race car track coilovers yet. You know, they come all automatic. It's a nice car. So limited options out there on the market. And I think HKS has hit this very well on the head, so we're going to cover some features for you. As with all other HKS GT coilovers, they do feature some really nice components. Springs are tempered, powder coated, that classic white with branded logo. We keep that same orange and black themed contrast for most of the GT line. These are featuring the P&E coated body, which is like super tough galvanized process. It'll keep the threads clean of corrosion, and you know, years later when you're going to do a maintenance, you go spin those lock nuts loose to change height, service, change stuff. You're not going to regret it because they're going to spin nice, smooth, and clean. If you've ever dealt with a set that are all frozen up and grimy and dirty and corroded, you know what a cuss that is. So spring rates on the kit come in at 9K front, 5K rear, not terribly upgraded over factory, and they offer a 30 range click on the dampening adjustment, so very finite range. If you're coming from a red sport, you're going to lose your electronic dampening control from the cockpit, but you're not going to lose the performance, ride, comfort, sport, you know, or sport plus even. The dampening range matched with the spring rate is going to give you a comfortable ride when you want it dialed. If you want to sport it up a little bit, that sport mode, I think you can improve that and even sharpen up the dampening to go better than sport plus. So you shouldn't regret that. The only thing is you won't have that, you know, butt in the seat, but nobody has that yet. So you will get a 1-inch drop out of the box as the coilovers come set up. Should you want to fine tune it, you certainly can. And HKS has gone ahead and extended us the info that if we want to deviate from spec on spring rate, they recommend to stay within a 2K rate change from the valving that's there. Pretty nice that they did that. Not all manufacturers will tell you that for fine-tuning for future heads. So if you wanted to sharpen it up out of the box or later on, how the valving is set out of the box, they recommend to stay within a 2K plus or minus spring rate for the valving that's already dialed in for the coilover. So, you know, very nice. I don't see many people doing that as I got to ride in these, and you know, I thought it was very well matched for the use of the car doing street use. Beyond that, I really like how these are constructed. The quality feels really good. You get a full-length boot, not some short boot. I don't even know why you see this on some makes coilovers where the chrome rod's still exposed to road debris and grime, rocks to hit it, nick it up, take out a seal. It's just ridiculous. Progressive rate bump stop. Don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that's a little bit revised this year from some of the other ones they've used. And cartridges can, I think, certainly be replaced or serviced if need be. Mounts. I think this is a big one. They do feature still using like a rubber style bushing mount, so you're not going to totally compromise ride or noise in the car. And you know, as lastly, I'm sensitive to the better half. You don't want to hear about the poor choices you made with your new car from the right seat. So not having a pillow ball up front, I think, is the appropriate call on a car of such stature. It's a nice car, and you know, I don't want to ruin it. It's not going to be a full-out race car. So as mentioned, you do get the 30 clicks with included Allen wrench from the front. It'll tell you soft or hard on dampening adjustments, front and rear. Really finite, 30 clicks, very finite adjustment. Kits will include a pair of wrenches. Got the cool HKS branding there, which is nice. Some new nuts for the mount. And in the rear, you get remote locking or adjusting stems so you can get to the shocks. These are intended to mount just up under the speaker, and you get some zip ties there to tie them in, get them mounted nice and clean. Just pop the trunk, reach in there, and get it, set it. Usually, I don't know, coilover is one of those things for me. I'm kind of a set it and forget it kind of guy. Maybe on the rare occasion I'm making a minor change at a track, or if I was going cruising through the canyon, carving or mountain run, you know, one weekend, maybe I'm sharpening, you know, an extra click or two and, you know, compromising that ride for a little sharper steering response. You know, want to dial up the rear with a lot more dampening, then you can get that girl tail happy and go out and play with your buddies and stuff. They're certainly going to accommodate quite the improvement there, and that's something that you can do dynamically front to rear that you can't do with the button from the driver's seat in the R. So, or when you're losing that feature in the Red Sport, I don't know, for me, I don't mind the compromise. And at that 1 inch lower height, center of gravity is going to be a bit better, handling is going to be improved, so always you know, going to take that benefit there. Kit will come with this awesome instruction guide. This is all in Japanese here, so you probably can't read it, but it's cool because they gave us an English version right here on the back half, and it's very finite. It tells you where you got to take things apart on the interior, suspension. It's like they've taken excerpts basically from the factory service manual and included that stuff. So very, very good information. I mean, the interior removal, they give you all of those details, which if you don't have access to that, you know, where you need to take an airbag loose and everything, that's a really good set of details that I think HKS has done an example or like an excellent job on. Give you information on all of the factory parts to remove, what to watch out for, ABS sensors, you know, all these kind of things. So if you're not a pro doing this in and out all day, every day, it's actually quite a worthwhile install guide. I was pretty impressed that it's that thorough. That's not something that you frequently get. And a lot of DIYers these days love to have good install guides. So HKS GT coilovers, Q60s, you know, very, very good package. They do still offer this for $370 in a couple lines. We got $350 in a few lines, handful of other Nissans, Infinitis. Well, Nissan's available. More to come, of course, on the Infiniti lineup from HKS. So limited stock of these in the US here. We got kind of first round batch. We're excited about that. And if you guys need it, we got it. Need anything else? Call us. Stay tuned for that next video. We're gonna hit you with exhaust or supercharger. Maybe you guys tell us, what do you want next? Exhaust or supercharger? Hit us up. Click the follow, click the like, hit us. Yes.